Welcome to aQua. In this video, I will give you a brief introduction to this tool. We're going to start off in the Load Water Data feature. There are three tabs associated with this feature: Time Range, Load Data, and Shape Table. We'll start off in Time Range here, and we'll select a time range for our analysis. So we can enter this date using the keyboard, or we can use this Date Picker widget. So with these settings here, we will only consider water data that was measured between January 1st, 1975 and December 31st, 2019. Let's go over to the Load Data tab. We use this tab to load water data into the map. There are two ways we can do this. We'll talk about the first way first. So if we use the Load Data in Map Viewport, we're going to get every water monitoring site within the map viewport, and we will aggregate all of the data from those sites by either water bodies, flow lines, watershed boundaries, census counties, or census tracts. Let's collapse the sidebar using this little button here and hide this feature so we can see more of the map. We'll navigate the map to somewhere that has a lot of water bodies. So we'll go to this region of Minnesota. We'll pull up our feature again, and we'll click Load Data in Viewport. Once that query comes back, we can see that the shape table is now populated with 699 different water bodies, and we can see that the map is now colored. Let's start by defining this term data availability. This refers to the number of measurements that were taken at a given water body in a given time range. We can add and remove different water bodies from our analysis by either clicking them on the map, which deselects them from the table, or clicking on them on the table, which deselects or selects them on the map. If we'd like to remove some of these, we simply deselect them and click Remove Unselected Shapes. For now, we'll just keep all of the shapes. Let's talk a little bit about these colors on the map and this legend. So we can see that the legend has everything from dark blue to dark red, where dark blue represents water bodies that have between 1 and 143 data availability, and dark red indicates water bodies that have anywhere between about 1,700 and 15,000 for data availability. If I click on this little bar chart icon here, I get the legend bin distribution. This histogram shows us how many water bodies fall in each bin. And if we hover over one of them, we can see that there are 433 water bodies that have a range of somewhere between 1 and 143 data availability. And there are 18 water bodies that have between 843 and 1,079 data availability. If we click on this number 2, this gives us an equal width bin data distribution. So this is a more standard visualization of the data distribution. Let's add some features to our analysis using the Spatial Analysis Explore Contaminants feature. This table contains everything that was measured in these water bodies during the time range selected. So we can see the measurement name, the unit, the average for all water bodies, and then the data availability. So let's grab this first one, Secchi disk depth. We'll click Select here. We can see that the map has now updated and is colored based on the average for Secchi disk depth. So water bodies with a low average are now dark blue, and water bodies with a high average are dark red. Let's grab another thing from that list. So let's grab water temperature. Now we have a new set of colors, and we can toggle between them using this drop down here. So we can switch back to average for Secchi disk depth, or data availability, or average water temperature. Finally, let's have a look at this feature called Spatial Analysis Charting. This allows us to build a histogram based off of any two things from this list. So we can select water temperature on the x-axis and select average Secchi disk depth for the y-axis, and we can see the distribution of data based off of average water temperature and Secchi disk depth. This concludes our video. Thank you so much for watching.